In the
a Twitch
recording.
stream of
There
me
we
being
go.
bad at games.
We're
Wait.
recording now.
I can't see that what you all are seeing.
You don't see the tavern?
No, I copied the link
Oh,
and it hit me with the.
did you download the Above VTT plugin for Chrome?
That I did not know.
Okay, just go,
That's why.
just like straight up Google Above VTT, one word for Chrome, and then it'll ask you to install the plugin. It's just a browser plugin.
Great. Got it. I knew I was missing something. I was like, this is.
Jared, I like the chairs in the tavern. Did you design those?
No,
yourself?
this is one of the cool things about Above VTT is that it has a bunch of maps available for you to select from. So like this is just like a pre-made map. I am doing some map building. It takes a long time. I'm learning. But I have a cool map for you guys that you'll probably see in a session or two. I kind of figured I wanted to get this going. I didn't have time to build the maps for this. So I started building for something that's going to be pretty important further out. That will be cool. Cool. All right, let me know when you've got that set up, Isaiah.
I downloaded it.
Okay. You shouldn't have to do anything else now. Go back to D&D Beyond.
Yep.
View my campaigns. When you open that up, there should be a like join in Above VTT button.
I can view campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Above VTT.
Yep.
Instructions.
If you scroll down a little and see your character, there's maybe like a blue button that says join above VTT.
Perfect.
All right, so you see like a tavern scene?
Yes.
All right, and we'll just do another quick switch test. Now you see like a green screen with campsite scene?
Yes.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. We're just going to be hanging out at the tavern. This isn't taking place at the tavern right now. But I think we're ready to get started. Obviously, this will be a learning process. We're all new. I'm new. You're new.
Let's dive in.
Let's
I'm
dive
ready.
in.
Let's party.
All right. Here we go. We open on... Oh, I'm getting a feedback from somebody. Okay. Not anymore. Okay. Yeah, if you want to mute yourselves when you're not talking, that's cool too. All right, so we open on a young-ish monk by the name of Bosch. And the sun is rising over a pristine jungle forest scene. There's a trickling brook going by, and Bosch is going about his morning routine. Bosch, would you like to describe yourself and what you're doing?
Yes, I am a handsome rock gnome. It's my morning routine, so I'm foraging for some food and I'm doing some calisthenics. Have to keep the joints loose, have to keep the muscles tight because danger lurks around every corner and you never know, and you have to be ready.
Just as you are thinking, I need to be ready for any and all situations, you hear screaming and explosions coming from a nearby village. What do you do?
I gather my stuff and I want to say I head towards the commotion, but I do so in a way that's not drawing attention to myself.
Okay. You arrive at the edge of the village to see the villagers all running and screaming. Houses are on fire with a pale green flame. And you look into the village and you see skeletons and zombies tearing at the villagers, tearing down the buildings.
Damn.
And just creating total chaos. And if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and narrate for you for this part, because this is not actually going to be a combat encounter. You channel your energy and just go to town on these stupid undead. They have no speed, they have no dexterity, and you just go to the first pop, 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 and they fall, and you go to the second pop, 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 and you smash with your quarterstaff, and the skeleton just crumbles. And you work your way up to the village, and you're almost to the thick of it when you feel the presence of magic being directed in your direction, and the earth around you begins to rot and stink of death. And before you can react, the earth erupts with a green, sickly light, sending you flying into the air. Roll a dexterity save for me, please.
All right. How do I do that?
So open up your your sheet.
Great.
And then
a dexterity save is what? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Just got booted out of VTT. Stand
awesome. By. Great. Off to a great start.
It's a labor of love. That's what they say. So I'm not gonna denigrate VTT. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. So underneath your main stats on the left side, the first box down, a square box. Those are your saving throws. Click the 5 for a dex saving throw.
Great. Oh my lord. This is all right. So I go down here to am I rolling a D20 here?
No, it should just be on your sheet. And if you just click where it
I
says
got kicked out of VTT again.
All right. I'll roll it for you.
All right. So on my sheet.
Okay.
I click Dex. There it goes. 14, 17.
Was that a saving? That was a check. You need to do a saving throw.
Is that the box down here with the plus 5?
Yes, that's the box with the plus 5.
That
13
is a 13.
That's great. So the earth explodes around you, but you react fast enough to push off the piece of earth you're standing on, and you twist through the air as the other pieces fly by you, just barely missing you, and you land, but not quite on your feet. You tumble down, and you are about to pop back up when you are hit dead in the chest with some kind of spell that you did not see where it was from, but it burns into you. And you fall to the ground, like on your knees, holding yourself up with one hand, clutching your chest with the other as you feel this spell dig into you. And you look up and you see through the green flames a shadowed, robed figure. And just as you're about to regain your feet and he's about to come into vision, you feel a different kind of energy, and the air around you starts to shimmer and crackle, and a bluish white electrical storm builds in front of you, and it builds and starts obscuring your vision, and then it bursts, and you feel yourself pulled off of your feet and into nothingness, and the world goes black. We are now going to go to Lek. Lek, would you... Actually, I'm sorry. No, we're going to save Lek, and we are going to go to... I'm sorry, Isaiah. I need to change your character's name and everything. What? Kosh?
Kofi, right?
Kofi.
Yeah, Kofi. Yeah.
Kofi, that was it. Okay. We are going to go to Kofi. Kofi, you are having an ordinary morning so far. would you like to describe yourself and what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm riding around on my motorcycle. Um, I'm 16 and I'm enjoying my day. But my motorcycle is my most prized possession. It's my most prized possession. Are we telling our backstory? Is this it or no?
No. Just describe what you're going through, what your sort of day is, what you're wearing, what you look like, what's going on in your life.
I'm your quintessential 50s greaser with my leather jacket, my leather boots, some leather pants or some jeans, however you want to take it on your day. And I'm a loner. I don't have any family, so I'm just thinking about how I am adjusting my life and how I'm going about my day. And so me and my motorcycle and my spells, that's how we get down. And I'm always thinking um, about potion and tarot services, or PATS for short. And so that's what my mind is thinking of, because that's what I had. But I'm on a new journey. I'm a new man, and I'm out for myself.
Very cool. So you are just going for a ride, and we'll say you feel the need to just take a break, maybe get some gas, uh, get a beverage, and you pull off into a gas station, and the bellhop, being the 50s, there's someone who actually still pumps your gas for you. Uh, runs over and sort of gives you a once over, looking at your motorcycle, and they don't get too many greasers in this part of town, and you are getting filled up, and you go inside, get a little drink, and when you come out, there is a man wearing a suit waiting for you, and he asks Kofi Omega.
Yes.
I have been sent by your brother Roman to find you. He would like you to come by and discuss your role in the PATS organization, and he wants to make sure you understand that you do have a place there and are needed, and that while you may not have felt your you may not have felt you received the recognition you deserved, that he does want you involved.
I have to say no.
Well, that's most unfortunate, Mr. Omega, because I'm afraid to let you know that your brother and the PATS organization are not going to give you a choice. And he reaches back and pulls out a pistol. And what do you do?
I have to cast a spell right now.
All right.
I need to disengage from that.
All right. What do you cast? Do you have your spells prepared? We may not have done that.
No.
Okay. So I'll do that real quick. I have your character sheet open.
I have it open as well.
Yeah. If you want to go ahead and add a couple of spells, get that loaded up. It looks like you can have up to 4 cantrips, which is pretty awesome.
That's fine. Sorry, gentlemen.
No worries. While you do that, how about we go over to... Let's go over to Lek. And once you have your spells all prepped, we can come back.
Am I gonna need my spells prepped? Because
no, you don't need your spells prepped in the same way. So Lek, please please describe yourself and your morning routine and your environment that you're in.
My name is Lek, aka Xiaolong. I am a uh, Iraq rock Aarakocra. We
Aarakocra.
had this, and we haven't said it in like 2 weeks, so we lost it.
Aarakocra.
Aarakocra.
I've been practicing.
I am just hanging out, flying around, kind of looking to avoid people. I try to. No, I'm not flying.
No, remember you're starting as a slave in an
Right.
observatory.
Oh, we're going all
as
the
we
way
discussed.
back there. Okay,
Yes.
yes. Okay, so I have been held captive in an observatory by the Guild of Wonder for my entire life. I was stolen away from my colony in a great thieving incident by the Sticky Finger Gang. And they stole an entire generation of Aarakocrack away to be sold to the highest bidder. And I've been subject to torture and experimentation. And I am trapped and chained in an aviary where I am limited in my flight and limited in my ability to move.
All right.
So right now I'm just sitting around doing nothing, trying not to piss off my captors.
Great. So as you move about your day, you move some things around and go over to the one open room window that you can see. It's actually a door that opens to a balcony, and you go over and you have just enough reach to be able to open the door, but your chains bound wrists with a chain down to your ankles, and then a chain that runs to the floor and is magically bound to the floor so that as you move around, the chain follows, but you don't have a significant length of chain behind you. So you move to the door and open the door, but the chain just stops you short of being able to step outside. And you look through the window out to a magnificent mountain range that you believe to be where you came from. The mountains stretch above the clouds, that they disappear into view and reach up into the what is it? Not the astral plane, but the air plane, the elemental plane of air, where the Aarakocra largely reside. And after looking at the mountains for some time, you look down to the base of the mountains and you see a wizard standing next to a small hut. And your excellent bird person vision lets you see this wizard far off in the distance, but you see him quite clearly enough to make out his gestures. And you recognize this wizard. This has been your one companion throughout your captivity. This has been someone that you have developed a large gesture sign language with, and can have very simple conversations. And so what do you say to him? What does he say back to you?
I greet him. I say good morning. He greets me back. And then I say that I am just about done with this captivity, and I don't know how much longer I can survive.
Excellent. Well, right as you say that, you see him make a gesture you have never heard before, never seen before. And right as he does it, you hear the glass that is kept next to your bed for you to drink, the one glass of water you get a day, you hear it drop off of the table and roll. And right as you turn and look, one of the captors who brings you food and water steps into the room, and he steps on that cup and slips and falls. And what you see is that as he falls, a small vial of bright neon blue liquid falls out of his vestments, and it lands directly on the point where the magical chain meets the floor. And in that instant, the chain starts, from that point running up the chain, starts to freeze. And it immediately, the gray steel turns neon ice blue. And the magic of the vial mixed with the magic of the chain just starts climbing up the chain, reaching your ankles, up the chain, reaching the shackles, but stop short of the shackles on your wrist. And you see a moment of opportunity. What do you do?
I try to break the frozen chains.
With one hard yank, you pull, and the chains shatter instantly from your wrists down to your ankles, down to the floor. It shatters. And the man and you look at each other and have a moment of realization for what just happened. What do you do?
I attack the man.
All right. So you have waited for this moment for your entire life. You're young by other races. The Aarakocra don't live as long, but you are a fully mature Aarakocra, and you jump on him and you claw at him with your talons, and he screams, "Ah, he's loose, he's loose." And right as he gets it out a second time, you grasp your talon around his throat and pinch and just tear his throat out. But once you've done that, you hear many footsteps coming down the hall towards where you are. And you instantly remember the open door and freedom just past there. So you run as best you can. You start flapping your wings that have received far too little use to this point. You run through the door, kick off of the balcony, and spread your wings. And for a moment, you feel the thrill of flight as the fresh air hits your face and a breeze touches your wings for the first time since you can remember, since you were barely a hatchling. And you're gliding for a moment, but then you start to fall. And you pump your wings and you try to keep them going, but you can barely flap them. They feel very weak. And as you fall towards the ground, you suddenly feel an unknown to you power surge through your body and strengthen your wings and give you the strength you need to pump your wings with enough force to keep you in the air. And you start to fly towards the mountains and towards freedom. And just as you have a moment of hope, you feel something grab at your ankle. And you look back and you see the gray-skinned gnome artificer who has kept you captive for 3 years, the head guy who has experimented on you, the one who took your hand, has a new magical chain just wrapped around your ankle. Like he whipped it at you like a whip, and it wrapped around your ankle, and he's trying to pull you back in, and you are pulling against him, and you feel the power in your wings start to fade, and you feel yourself getting pulled back. And at that moment, you see the air shimmer and crackle with a blue lightning energy that forms a lightning storm that quickly expands and pulls you into darkness. We will now return to Kofi. So the man in the suit has just pulled a gun on you saying your brother and the Pats organization is not going to give you a choice, that you are obligated to return and contribute to your family's business. So he's pulled his gun. What do you do?
I'm gonna throw at him the frostbite spell.
Excellent. You throw a frostbite spell at him, and it hits his pistol and freezes his hand. And he tries to fire, but it jams because of the ice building between the hammer, next to the hammer. And so while he stops to try and shake the hammer off, you turn and hop on your motorcycle and jump up and hit the Kickstarter and pull off into the road, spitting gravel back into his face. And you flip him the bird over your shoulder as you pull away. And you are headed out of town. You see a bridge that, like, you've reached that bridge and you're gone. And all of a sudden, you see a blue lightning storm that fills the air around you and expands and pulls you off of your motorcycle. You see it spin out into the grass next to the road, and you are pulled into darkness. And now we shall go to our last but not least, our hero, Roker. Is that how you would say that, Steve? Roker? Steve.
There we go.
There it is.
Hold on.
Roker.
Okay, so we've got, let's see here. It's Rokun, yeah.
Rokun. I thought that was an R. Okay. Not a problem.
All right.
My old man eyes are failing. All right. So, Rokun, would you like to describe yourself and how your morning routine might go?
Yeah, so my morning routine is like every other one. It's in solitude. I enjoy my peace and quiet. So I wake up in my morning to my routine, which is basically just taking in nature around me.
Mm-hmm.
I like my solitude. I like to be in the natural world. So it's just engaging with the wildlife that's around me, enjoying the quiet, and just overall looking for just peace around me.
Excellent. Well, as this dawn rises on the mountains of the Kulanthu tribe, your peace and solitude is interrupted by preparations for war. Behind you, your tribe mates are sharpening weapons and fastening armor and getting ready to attack a horde of orcs that have traveled into your territory and are driving away your game. But you are not partaking in those activities. You are standing, looking off into the distance. And what we see, everyone, is a very tall, even for a Goliath, muscular, young Goliath, just at maturity, about 18, 20 years old, but Goliaths don't really count. Now, while Goliaths live shorter lives than humans, generally that's due to not slowing down as they age. They continue to fight, they continue to compete, they continue to test themselves until they eventually fail a test that results in their death. So while that is the life you have laid out before you, and while you are young, you were already taller and stronger than most of the other members of your tribe by the time you were only 12. While the other children were still playing games and learning about Goliath life, the competitive nature of Goliath society pushed you into roles only adults would take otherwise, because you were so strong in ready physically, your tribe said you were ready to go. And so when you were immediately at just 12 years old competing against adults. And when you were only 13, the tribe challenged you to fight a giant bear all on your own, which you did not want to do, and you barely survived. And then only a few years later, you were regularly at the center of your tribe's war parties, leading attacks on neighboring tribes and other groups bordering your tribe's territory. And as the sun barely peaks above the distant mountaintops, Roku's father and the chief of the tribe, Zenoth, approaches you. Son, are you ready to lead us into glorious victory?
Father, I'm not ready to lead.
You are the greatest warrior our tribe has ever known. There is none who can stand before your might and fury. This day shall bring glory upon us.
Father, surely there are others who are more capable of leading, who have more experience in battle than I do.
Nonsense. You have proven yourself time and time again. Come now, it's time for us to go and drive these filthy orcs from our land. And so your father, despite being shorter than you, not by much, but a little bit, grabs you around the shoulder and turns you to bring you towards the where the troops are assembling for battle. And the war party approaches the orc camp from the east so that the sun masks your approach. And as you look down at the camp, your stomach starts to rise in your throat with apprehension, knowing what is about to happen. Goliath would frown upon attacking a weaker enemy, for it doesn't bring any honor. It's not a fair contest, and that is of utmost concern to Goliath about competition and measuring yourself. So while you wouldn't attack a weaker enemy, what you see in the camp below you, there are well-armed and seemingly skilled warriors amongst them. But so it would not be a one-sided fight by any means. But you also notice there are a fair number of children at the camp. And while Goliath would never kill a child, again, because it would not be honorable, you know, your tribe would also not care for these children after their parents are killed. And the orphaned children would not survive in this environment. And so your father comes up to you and says, all right, son, the moment of our glory is upon us. Charge! And you feel the surge of the war party push you forwards. And as you are unwillingly running down the hill, you feel an anger growing inside you. Would you like to describe what you're feeling?
I'm feeling a rage building up, the rage for battle that's inherent to my bloodline, but also a rage of unwillingness. You know, the emotions that I felt from a reluctance to lead into battle is fueling this rage as well. I'm becoming overcome with this rage.
Great. So you were feeling a anger at your father for pushing you into this situation. You are angry at yourself for what you were about to do, and you were angry at the orcs for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And as you run towards the camp, you hear shouts from below as you were spotted and see the orc warriors rush to grab their weapons and meet your charge. But you know they are not going to get ready in time. And right as your charge is about to reach the final 10 yards or so, you see a blue electrical energy start to snap back and forth in front of you, causing the air to shimmer and crackle with a magical energy. And this lightning storm grows in front of you, and you see the orcs on the other side of it turn to run. and you feel your war party stop and just stare in amazement. And do you stand or do you run?
I stand. I stay separated from the others.
Okay, and then while you stand and are just mesmerized by this force that you've never seen before, it expands rapidly and passes past you and in all directions, and you feel yourself pulled into darkness. And so now we now find ourselves in the middle of a city market. And you all pop in one after the other. Just bzz, pop, 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 pop. And you find yourselves surrounded by people going about their day in the market. And they have clearly heard this event take place, and they've seen you fall here, but they don't seem bothered by it. They just sort of look at you and look back and go about their day. And what do you do?
I scream. I scream at the top of my lungs. Like, what the hell happened? And then I scream, I fucking hate magic.
Excellent. A dwarf. All right, we'll pause for a little moment here. Anytime this is a learning moment. Anytime you're somewhere new and maybe want to learn some more about it, rolling a perception check can be a good thing to do, because perception is what you see, what you notice in the world, that sort of stuff. So,
Hey, Merritt, real quick, how do you?
Yeah.
So you were explaining that just a little bit ago, especially with Isaiah, for like,
Yep.
how do you
Yep.
like do it? Is that under our like? If I click on sheet, am I doing that stuff here?
Yes, exactly. So you click on your player. So you've
Okay.
got your person, hit sheet,
Yep,
and that
I'm on
will
sheet.
pop that out. A perception check. It's different than a saving throw.
Okay.
I didn't want to open Bosch. Where are you? You are okay. Raccoon. There we go.
Yep.
Perception. That is under the skills. That is the very long one. That's a full list. That's acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics, deception, history, insight, investigation. Do you see all the way down?
Yeah, and I see perception there too.
And there's perception. Just click on that 4.
Okay.
And it'll roll a dice for you.
Okay. Did you just click on it for me?
No, I did not.
Oh, it reloaded, I think, when you exited. Okay.
Okay.
So if I want to do that right now, should I do that right now, or do you want me to
You
wait?
absolutely can right now. Before you hit it, I'd just like to, as we're talking, if I'm narrating something, just say, I'd like to roll for perception. And then you can go ahead and do that.
Okay. So, yeah, I'd like to roll for perception then. So I'm going to do that. All right.
17. Good. Great. So let me go back here. Okay, so as you all regain your footing, you look around and you see in this market, you see elves, dwarves, halflings, gnomes, all going about their business. They are mostly dressed in fantasy type attire, woven shirts, leather armor, swords, that sort of thing. But you notice there are some other people who are dressed a little bit different, and you can't place why, or you don't really recognize what they're wearing, or the equipment they have. Also, another point, you can all roll for perception. If one of you does, you all can. You all have that opportunity.
Well, I'm also going to roll for perception.
Okay.
Here I go. 15.
You notice the same things. 17 was pretty good. Basically, somebody would have to get a 20 for you to notice anything different.
Cool. Oh, here comes
there,
right.
21. All right. Awesome. So you notice some things that you've seen the artificers from the Guild of Wonder carrying before. Some advanced mechanical devices, things that would not have fit in a medieval time. But you see that everybody going about their business doesn't care about that. They're not perturbed by it. They don't take notice. They just keep going about what they're doing, buying things, trading, etc. Would anyone like to do anything else? Isaiah would like to point his camera at the ceiling.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to also roll for perception as well.
Everything is very new to you, and you do notice there's one person not dressed similar to you, but wearing clothing that's more familiar. Maybe not of your exact time and location, but more traditional pants, a jacket, and boots, not fantasy attire. Okay, so would anyone like to do anything else here in the market for a moment?
I'm gonna shout, where am I?
A rather gruff-looking dwarf at a stand goes, "You're in Tarmalon. Keep it down. We're doing work over here." Goddamn adventures.
I just look at him like I want to say something smart, but I can't think of anything smart to say, so I just stay quiet.
While you are trying to think of something smart to say, you notice another electrical storm starts happening right about, let's see if that, just a little bit north of where you are.
I throw my hands up and just say, come on.
And while you notice that everyone around you does stop and takes notice when the storm starts. So once they saw you land and that you were regular, they stopped caring. But now they notice and they watch through the storm until 3 kobolds appear right up here.
Oh wait, we can see this on the map, right?
You should be able to. Did you just see 3 little monsters appear?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh.
So when those show up, the people in the market start freaking out. Some scream, most just sort of like grab whoever they're with, scoop up their children, grab some of their possessions, and quickly run away. And some of them yell, "Call the city guard, call the city guard." But you don't see any city guard around you right now. And you do see these hostile creatures. And now I would like you to roll initiative. So again,
Great. And that's on our character sheet, right?
That is on
yes,
your sheet. It is
14.
Nice. So there's your initiative button. Did everybody find it? It's sort of on the top half in the middle.
I see it. So we just click on that and roll?
Yep, just click on that and roll. Nope, that was your intelligence check. And a big old 6 from the barbarian. Nope, that's intelligence save. Try one more time. There we go. 12. Okay. So let me see. We've got Bosch rolled 14. Groundshaker got a 6. Kofi got a 10. Longlek got a Zhao Longlek got a 12. All right. So now
You can just call him Lek.
I will try to do that. I will try to do that. We are going to add all of you to the combat tracker. Whoa.
Oh.
Okay.
How much space is each of these squares?
5 feet.
Okay,
So a square is 5 feet.
There's
gotcha.
also a ruler in VTT.
Oh,
Yes.
yes,
Yep.
great. Thank you.
Yeah. So
So
sometimes
you can
there,
like click and measure.
yeah, the map won't have a
Ah,
thing,
cool.
but
Okay.
sometimes it will. And so, give
That's
me
cool.
one moment to get this ready.
Oh, dang. I just clicked combat and it showed me the initiative. I think. Maybe not. Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Zhanlong, you have first move.
Wait, I rolled a 14. I'm sorry to be that guy.
Yeah. And I have you at the top of my combat tracker. What's yours say?
You said
Yeah.
Xiaolong. I'm
Oh,
Bosch
I'm
of
sorry.
Amazon.
No, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. I was looking at the thing and I said the wrong name. Right. I'm
Season
gonna.
6 is coming soon, by the
Yeah.
way.
Bosch, you have you have initiative. You have first
Great.
move.
Okay. I'm
And you know what?
going
Because
to. Yes.
because I didn't really plan this very well, I'm gonna go ahead and move you and say you landed there when you awoke.
Now, can I move and attack in the same
Yes,
turn, or do I need to move?
great
Okay.
question. So you have attacks. Combat turns consist of movement, attack, and a bonus action. And so attacks are pretty obvious. Movement is pretty obvious. Let me look up to help you guys out because I'm a little fuzzy on it. Sometimes you can cast a cantrip or something else as a bonus action, depending on what it is. Sometimes you can even have attack as bonus actions. But what you are looking to do will say if it's a bonus that can be done as a bonus action or not. So
Gotcha.
let me look at your sheet and see if I see.
Oh, I have an unarmed strike bonus action.
Yeah, great. So you can attack with your quarterstaff, and then for your bonus,
Okay.
so you could whack one of them with your thing, or then punch them unarmed, something like that. Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Great. That sounds great. That sounds like a good plan. I like
So
where
you
your
should
head's at.
you should be able to move your own
I'm going to go here, right?
thing. Yep.
And I click on this guy?
No, you click on your sheet what you want to do.
Gotcha.
So open up
All
your
right,
sheet.
so I'm going to attack this first kobold.
Mm-hmm.
My quarterstaff. 13.
All right, so let me open that one up. Which one is
That's
that?
that's to hit.
Yeah, I just need to find which kobold it is for its. Okay. Oh, that's you. No, there we go. Okay, so you hit for 13. It has a armor class of 12, so it hits. Now you
Great.
roll damage, which
Great.
is.
So now I roll.
Let me look at your sheet again. With that quarterstaff, you're using it two-handed, I presume, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not carrying a shield, so you'd have it two-handed.
Right.
So that's the second number, the 1d8 plus 3.
Okay, cool. Here I go. Oh. Okay. Reloading.
Did you get kicked out of it again?
I did, but it looks like it rolled something and then nothing came up. So I'm
Let me see.
I'm gonna roll that again.
Nope.
There we go.
It's calculating for me. 10. You did 10 damage, which.
Great.
Oh, I'm curious. Do you see the hit points on them?
No.
No. Okay. Awesome. That is what
I do.
Oh, you do? All right. Well.
Oh wait, no. That's the initiative, not the hit points. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. So you hit this one for 10, which knocks. Not only does that. So here's a good lesson for combat rules. When you hit 0 hit points, you fall unconscious. If you take so much damage that it gets you to 0 and then equals your total health again, so like in this, it has these have 5 hit points, and you hit for 10, so you basically did twice as much damage as you can sustain. That kills you outright. that happens for players too. So if you have a
Uh-huh.
HP of 12 and you take 24 points of damage, or if you're at like 2 and you take 14 points of damage, that kills you
You
outright.
dead. Yeah, you dead.
If you just get knocked to 0, you then enter death saving throws, which means you will roll a d20. If you get a 10 or above, you save. If you get a 10 or below, you fail. 3 saves and you stabilize. 3 fails and you are permanently dead.
Dang.
So that kobold is dead.
Cool.
Next. Now it is Lek. What would you like to do?
Black. He's muted.
You're muted. You're still muted.
Sorry, the mute button does like you can't click the one in the video. You have to click the button on the bottom.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just learned that.
Yeah.
How do you internet? I am going to cast command on the kobold on the left.
Okay, cool. Let me look that up because I am unfamiliar. That's one of your spells?
Yes.
All right, let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see what that does. Command. A one-word command to a creature you can see within range. It must succeed a wisdom saving throw or it will follow the command on next turn. Approach, drop, flee, grovel, halt. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So what do? I roll.
You roll. I shouldn't have closed your sheet.
Oh.
You click on.
Cast.
Yeah. Do you have cast available for you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So click cast.
Oh, something's happening. It's not doing it.
Okay. Let me take a look. You know what I think you might have done? That might be a second level spell.
No, it's a
Nope,
first
it
level
says
enchantment.
first level enchantment. Oh, so cast where it says spell slot. I just did it for you accidentally. Oh,
Right.
you know what it is? I realize now. Spells do not roll to hit. It says what the enemy has to pass. So that is a... let me see. That was a... Wisdom
saving throw,
wisdom
right?
saving throw 13. Which kobold, the one on the left or the right, did you want to do?
The one on the left.
The one on the left. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Did that roll? Yes. It rolled a 4, so it fails. You can command that kobold.
Flee.
He's gone. He runs away in a panic, presumably to torment citizens somewhere else.
Not my problem.
Okay, so that was the kobold on the left. He is gone. All right, and now
There's a town guard. The town guard will take care of it.
and now it is Kofi.
I'd like to use my crossbow.
All right, which we're calling a pistol, correct?
The pistol, yes, the
Yeah,
pistol.
yeah. Cool. All right, so go ahead and let's see, that is... Let me take a look at it real quick. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's actually in your equipment. So let me see if I can add that for you real quick.
Okay.
It's not a problem. Should have had it earlier. Crossbow light add to equipment. And we are
I see
going
that
to...
there.
Oh, I see it now. There it is. It's just not equipped. All right, so now it should be under your actions. And I'm actually going to go ahead and customize, and we are going to rename it Pistol. There you go. Okay, so click on that to hit.
Well, where'd it go? Here we go. Hold on. Sheet. Just click on the +3, or the damage.
No, the +3. That's to hit, and then you roll damage if it hits. All right, so that rolled a 4. I'm pretty sure that's going to miss. Let me just see the stats on the kobold. Yeah, so that misses. So you can still move, or if you have a bonus action available, you can do that. Let's see. Bonus action. You don't have any bonus actions, really.
No.
So you can move if you would like to reposition yourself.
I'll get closer. I'm just not sure what abilities I have, like what works with this kobold.
Kobolds are very basic creatures. They are weak and dumb. Pretty much anything you use on them is going to be effective. It just was unfortunate you missed. You just had a bad roll. That's okay.
Okay. What about my chaos bolt?
You already used your action, so you cannot take another action.
Nothing more? Okay.
Yeah. But you can move. You can move up to 30 or 5 squares. 6 squares. Math.
Okay. I'll move up there.
Cool. All right. And that brings us to this kobold's turn. And he is going to run up next to Bosch and attack with a dagger.
What the hell?
And he rolled a 23. What?
Shit.
And he is going to deal 4 damage. So, Bosch, on your character sheet, please go in and take off 4 hit points.
Okay. Done.
Great.
Do I need to hit save or something? Nope, there it goes.
Sorry, give me one moment. Okay, there we go. All right, so now it is Rokun's turn.
Okay, and these are just dumb, stupid creatures, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're an organized society, but they're kind of like the lizard equivalent of goblins. They just sort of roam in packs and attack and don't care for anyone other than themselves.
Okay. All right. I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to go up to it. So I can actually just click and move myself, right?
Yep, you can click and move yourself.
Okay. Maybe I can. All right. And then let's see here. All right, I'm going to, how do I get to actions? There we go.
Did you move? Do you want me to move you?
I thought it didn't move.
No.
I dragged it over and it said 15 feet, but it didn't, so it doesn't automatically drop it.
There you go. It just did it right now.
That was me.
Oh, you moved him?
Somehow I was able to move him. Yeah.
Oh, that shouldn't be.
Oh.
But
I think you have to turn off ruler in VTT to go to
that's
select.
Oh,
Yes.
I had switched over to ruler.
Yep,
Thank you.
there it is.
That-
Learning.
I've got all the knowledge. All right, so I'm going to go up to him. I'm going to do an unarmed attack on it.
Really? Okay. You
Well,
have
no,
a
hold on. Do I? How do I?
you have a
Yeah, I was
great.
gonna
Oh,
say,
you know what? You don't have it equipped. This is all
Oh, is
stuff
that-
we. Yeah, this is all stuff we could have taken care of. That I
Okay.
rushed into things. Let me go inventory. Great axe. There you go. Your great axe is equipped. Your javelins are equipped. Your hand axes are equipped.
I've got a lot of weapons.
You have a lot of weapons.
So if I
So to attack with your great axe, you click the +7 next to it.
okay, but right now it's
Jesus.
still only showing as unarmed attack. I don't know if that's just 'cause you're
Try closing and refreshing your sheet. Like open the sheet again.
It just yep, there it goes. It just did it. So, okay. So now under all my actions, yep, and I see the great axe melee weapon. Okay, so hit the +7 then.
Yes, please.
All right.
And you roll an 8, which means you rolled a natural 1.
Tremendous.
You
I'll say-
you are so disoriented from your preparations for the battle and then the electrical storm and getting transported here that you, with the best of intentions, rear back with to strike this kobold and swing like you've done 1,000 times before, but just something trips you up and you completely miss. Your axe swings around. The momentum carries you off of your feet. You spin and fall on your back, and you are now prone, and you take 3 falling damage.
Damn.
Wow, tremendous. All right, so
Now, what we did there, just because it was a little bit easier for me, I did a lot roll with the dice in front of me. If that's
Okay.
cool with you guys, I'd like to do that in certain situations. If not,
Yeah.
we can roll on the thing. But this is largely a game about trusting each other too. So I'm not going to try and cheat you one way or the other. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to hurt you unfairly. So
where it says hit points, I just need to type in a 3 and then click on damage.
just remove the first one and type in a 3. Yep, there it is. Okay, so let's see. That was. We are back to Bosch. It is your turn again.
All right, let's see. I'm going to attack this kobold that thinks it can clown me. All right, here I go. I'm attacking it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
23. You. All right, roll for damage.
Great. I'm two-handed, 1d8 plus 3. Okay, that's a 4.
All right, it takes 4 damage. It's not nothing.
Do I get a bonus? Do I get a bonus action?
Yes, you do get a bonus action.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to unarmed strike this kobold.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's see. Oop. No.
All right, let's see. Armor class of 12. So you jab forward with your quarterstaff and catch it across the chin, breaking its jaw and staggering it, and it's stumbling back. And you go to do a palm strike on its chest, and it just deflects off of its armor because it is wearing some leather armor. So you just kind of catch it and it rolls off its shoulder, and it doesn't really connect. So now it is Lex's turn.
I will walk over to him. I think I can do that in one move.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. There, you could also go there. You can attack diagonally.
And I will do inflict wounds.
Ooh. All right.
Sorry, that's a second level. No, make a melee spell attack. Yeah, against a creature. On hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Okay. Cool. So roll
Dang,
for attack
lot of
on that.
damage.
What do I roll?
Where it says touch +5.
Yes.
22. That hits. Roll damage.
How do I do that?
One of the other buttons next to it. Let me see. Let me pull it up so I can see exactly what
Oh,
it is.
yeah, I got it. The damage button.
Yeah,
That
the
would make
damage button.
sense.
Oh my god, that kobold just explodes.
Yes. You reach out and you, from an unknown power, you don't know how to do this. It's all very new to you. You're just working on instinct, but you just reach out and grab its head and just through pure desire wish it to be gone, and you just see it instantly age from head to toe, 1,000 years, turning from a flesh and bone being in front of you into a pile of dust. And this one is gone. And all of you look at each other. And
Can I take my bonus action, or is the engagement over?
I mean, if you have something you want to do, you can, but everything is dead.
Yeah, I was gonna heal Bosch.
Sure, go for it. You can heal as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, do it. Does it require a spell slot? You've used 2 spells, right?
Yes, it does require a spell slot.
But is necrotic damage? Yeah, so probably with necrotic damage, that took a spell slot, didn't it?
Yeah,
that would have you used both of your spell slots.
Okay, never mind.
That's okay. Cool.
Sorry, Bosch.
No worries.
That's okay. Bosch hates magic anyway, so he's probably going to be fine with that.
So you look around at each other, and you realize you have saved the village. Saved this part of the town. But then you hear the air start to crackle and fizzle again, and another storm is occurring. And what pops into view this time is a minotaur. This thing is
God.
monstrous. And you look at
Sorry, that's what my character said in the moment.
That's perfect. I love it. And you all look at this monster and have a feeling that this might be a little bit more than you can chew. But at that moment, the city guard rushes in, and 30 men armed with pole arms, great swords, full plate mail, just fully geared up, run in and surround this minotaur, holding it at bay. It has nowhere to go. It is fully encircled in 2 rings of men holding weapons at it. In being a minotaur, it's not the smartest of creatures, but even it knows it's outnumbered and shouldn't engage in this fight. And at that time, what seems to be the captain of the guard comes over to you and says, "Oh, gentlemen, thank you. Your assistance here was most valuable. Did you just arrive in that storm with the creatures?"
I say yes.
Oh, excellent. Wonderful. So what we're going to have to do now is I will take you to the hero registration office, if you would follow me kindly. And so do you all follow the guard, the captain?
I say, whoa. We don't know each other.
Well, it is, you are correct, but it is the law here that all newly arrived heroes must register with the hero registration office. So you can either come with me, or I will call in another squad and we'll take you to the dungeon. Which would you prefer?
I'll go with you.
Excellent.
I say that pathetically too.
Excellent. I believe you've made a wise choice, and I am glad of it. So now the guardsman leads you to a wooden building a little further into the city, and you go in, and it opens into a what looks like a medieval version of the DMV. There are benches along the wall, and 6 desks in front of you, with the petitions, and only one person working at the desk. And the captain says, Ethel, good to see you. We've got some new arrivals in town, and we need to walk them through the registration process, if you would be so kind. And she looks up from what she's reading that appears to be a romance novel written on a scroll. And she goes, all right, which one of you wants to go first?
Merritt, can I roll a perception check?
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
I'm gonna roll a perception check, but I want to look at the cover of this erotic scroll. All right, here we go. It's a 13.
You can tell that this scroll, you can't see the words, but it has been well used. This has been passed from person to person and is quite popular. Excellent use.
I try to make eye contact with Ethel. And I want to give her a little nod, like, yeah.
You're not my type, sweetheart. All right. We've got some questions to go through first. Who would like to go first? Don't speak all at once now.
And I'd like to roll a perception check too.
Go ahead.
Just about the room in general.
Sure. This is the nicest room you have ever been in.
Only the second room I've been in, so it's not saying much.
All right, you, Mr. Birdman, how about you come up here? I've got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Give me a moment. All right. And she shuffles some papers and takes out a quill and starts scribbling on one of them. All right. Could I get your age, your name, please? Lek. All right. Thank you. And could I have your age?
About 3.
Only 3. Oh, wait. Let me look something up. And she shuffles through some paper. She's, yes. Okay. So that's maturity for your species. Wonderful. Okay. Excellent. And how about, do you have a tragic origin?
Oh, we all? Yes.
Yes. Excellent. Thank you. All right. And, what is your, specialty? What is your occupation?
I'm a bird. I don't have a job.
No, that's your species. What do you do? What do you use when you fight? What are you good at?
Flying.
Yeah, that's not a flying skill, sweetheart. I know you just had a fight out there. What did you do?
Spells.
Spells. Okay, are you a sorcerer?
No.
A wizard?
No.
Druid?
I don't know.
You don't know if you're a druid? Okay. Do you talk to animals other than bird people?
Not that I know of.
No. Okay. A bard?
No.
A warlock?
No. I don't know.
All right. Let me see. We've gone through all of them.
I don't know where these powers are coming from.
Okay. They're an unknown power source. Okay.
Yes.
Well, then it sounds to me like it might be from a divine origin. Thank you. That's all. We're good. Thank you. We're all set now. All right. Next. Who's next? You, Bluebird, come over here. And she points at you. Damn it. I gotta work on the name. Kofi. She points at you, Kofi. Yo, Mr. Bluebird, come on up here.
I'm sorry, I'm just too busy dying. That voice is hysterical. I'm trying my best to keep straight.
No, it's all good. All right, so we've got a tiefling. What's your name, sir?
Kofi.
Kofi, nice to meet you. All right, and your age?
16.
16. And she shuffles her papers. Oh, that's not age of maturity for a tiefling. Hold out your hand for me for a moment. Oh, we lose right. Womp womp.
He's still here. He might just be off.
Yeah, he might just
I
be off
can't
camera.
tell.
That's all right. We'll keep going.
Yeah, I'm getting water. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So, she asked you to hold out your hand. Hurt your hand.
Like with
Yeah, just like hold your palm out. And quicker than you can react, she pulls out a dagger and draws it across your hand, and just does a tiny little nick. Oh, you're not 16 anymore, sweetheart. Those those storm warps, they can do a number on you. Sometimes they go through time loops. You're over 18 now.
wow.
In the world of Tarmalon, you can't hurt children. It's something magical about the world itself that they have a protective field around them, and they either can't be physically harmed, or if they're in danger, they instantly teleport away. So you're now 18. Congratulations. I'm sure your birthday gifts are in the mail. All right.
Thank
What's your occupation, sweetheart?
I don't have one. I used to be part of my family business, but now I do what I want.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, what do you do? What are you? Do you fight with an axe? Do you fight with a bow? Do you talk to animals? What do you do?
I have a pistol, and I'm able to ride my motorcycle. That's what I do.
All right, so you've got a pistol and a motorcycle. I don't see the motorcycle. That's fine. We'll have to send you down. If you come across a motorcycle, you got to bring it to the vehicle registration department. That's another form you'll have to fill out. But do you cast any spells?
Occasionally.
Okay, so you do
Time to
spells.
time.
All right, great. So you do spells. You got a weapon. That's wonderful. And did you come by your spells through book learning, or did you make a deal with a devil?
I was born this way.
You're born this. Oh, so you're a sorcerer. Wonderful. Okay, great. And so she marks you down for a sorcerer. All right, you little man, come on up. And she points at you at Bosch.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what's your age?
Real quick. My age is. What did I say? 50. Sorry.
I think you said.
me.
I think you said
It's
30. I think you said 30 in your character sheet.
Okay, I'm 30.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Can I get your name, please?
Bosch of Amazon.
Bosch of Amazon. Wonderful. And your age? Yeah, you just said you're 30.
30.
Wonderful.
I said
And-
I was 30.
Wonderful. And what's your occupation, sweetheart?
I'm a monk. and
Oh,
also
very
a
nice.
hermit.
A hermit
Thanks.
monk. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. And do you have a tragic backstory?
You bet.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that you
Real
understand.
quick. Sorry, real quick.
Yep.
Merritt, this is me as the
Yep.
player. Can I roll an insight check on Ethel?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm going to roll an insight check. Oh, shit. 24.
You learn that Ethel is a very diligent worker, takes great care with the records, is interested in meeting new people, and on the lookout for something specific.
Okay. Do I sense any sort of like more nefarious?
No.
ulterior motive?
You do not. You do not sense any malevolence at all. That she is very much on the up and up, and just wants to process your paperwork.
Great. Great. I give Ethel a little nod. I look down at the scroll. I look back at her, and I like arch my eyebrows a little bit, and then I say, "Always nice to talk to another worker."
Wonderful. And I would like to say I appreciate you all understanding that the question about tragic origin is a yes or no. I'm not interested in your story. I appreciate you expediting the paperwork as fast as possible. And
Well, the fewer times I have to tell the story, the better. You know what I'm saying, Ethel? And then I reach out to give her like a little like cash pen.
she bumps you back.
Great. Sweet. Thank you, Ethel.
All right. And you, Mr. Tall and Handsome, come on over here. And she clearly has eyes for you, Rokun. And what's your name, big boy?
It's Rokun, ground shaker. You can just call
Oh,
me
I
Rokun.
bet you can shake more than the ground.
I'd like to roll a perception check as well.
Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and do that here. This is there we
Ethel is my new favorite character.
go.
You know that Ethel does not do this with everyone.
That's great.
Uh,
I should hope you pass that perception check. She's weighing it on pretty thick.
wasn't a hard check. All right. So we got your name and what's your age, sweetheart?
I'm 18.
18. Wonderful. That's fully aged for a Goliath such as yourself. I like them legal. All right. And what's your occupation, dear?
I was raised to be a barbarian.
A barbarian. Ooh, I can tell that you just would ravage things. All right. And do you have
I
a...
step back slightly
And do
with
you...
a look of discomfort.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry if I'm making you discomfort. I'll stop. And what is your occupation? Oh, you said barbarian. And do you have a tragic backstory?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you very much. And so Ethel starts to shuffle the papers and she looks at each one, sort of about to put it away. And then something clicks and she stops and she looks at all 4 papers again. And then she looks up at you, 4, and she takes the 4 papers and goes past the filing cabinets and out and says, "Please wait here a moment." And she goes out past you, out the front door, and out of view. And you are left waiting in this room. And you 4 are just standing there looking at each other. And it takes a while. You think it's, none of you have a watch, but you see the sun kind of move across the window, and the sun moves on the floor. And then Ethel comes back into the office first, followed by the captain that you met earlier, and he is with a good number of guards, probably about 15 guards. And the captain...
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely. What is it you are looking for insight into?
The true intention of the captain.
They wish you no ill will. He's not hostile towards you. He's there as a matter of procedure.
Okay.
And so the captain walks in and says, "Gentlemen, I would be most obliged if you would follow me, please." And do you all follow him?
I do, but I wait for everybody else to start following him first.
That's great. So the captain will lead out. The other 3 follow, and you follow along. And then you follow. You're the last in the row, and you've got 2 or 3 guards in front, 4 guards on each side, bunch of guards behind you, and the captain marches you through the city, and you keep winding your way through the city streets to a nicer and nicer neighborhood, and then you find yourselves outside the central castle gates, and the gates rise up, and you are led through the castle gates. You don't go straight to the front door of the castle. You're sort of led around to the side, and through a and the captain opens the door and steps back and asks you to enter the room on the other side of the door. Do you all go through?
I asked the captain what we're doing there.
We are preparing you for an audience with the king. If you would be so kind as to enter, we would be much obliged. We would greatly appreciate it.
I roll a perception check on the castle. Just on the castle in general.
Go ahead.
20.
Nice. This is a very well-built, well-supplied, well-maintained castle. It is in excellent shape. The mortar is maintained. It's not crumbling. The torches, it's still daytime, so the torches are not lit, but they are, supplied. They have a fresh supply of wood in each one. They're ready to go for the night. You see that there are guards across the entire palisade above the castle. It is in really good shape and ready.
I share what I noticed with the other three.
Okay.
Just saying, like, hey, whoever runs this place, they keep it maintained.
Got their shit together. Yeah.
Respect.
Excellent. Respect.
Can I want to roll another insight check.
Yep.
I want to know if this is a good king or a bad king.
So, okay, that would have been a perception while walking through the city.
Okay.
But it's fine.
Okay.
Well, if you want to roll a perception, that's fine. I could also just take the 14.
I'll take the 14.
Yeah, cool. So you notice that, like all cities, there are areas that are rougher than others. Like you came in, your market was not particularly upscale, but it was by no means impoverished. There might have been a beggar or two, but there were not urchins everywhere. And the, lower middle class people that you saw in the market looked relatively well off. And the city itself on the way up, some buildings in worse repair than others, but overall, everything is well maintained. That a good answer? Did that work?
Sure.
Okay, great. Yeah. So do you all go into
I share that with the other three.
You all go into the room, I presume? Okay.
Yes.
So you are in a large room. It looks like it would actually be a staging room for the guard. Sparse, some benches around, some tables around, some tables in the middle. But nothing out of the ordinary. And the captain asks you all if you would all please place your weapons and items on the table, and we can proceed to your audience with the king. Do you all disarm and disitem?
Yeah, I do.
Everyone else does so?
I
ask why I need to put my my axe down. I carry it with me always.
I understand that, sir. You will not be permitted to have an audience with the king while you are carrying a weapon.
I turn to the other two and I say, go ahead.
I was going to say, I ask why it's so important for the king to see us.
That is a matter for you and the king to discuss. I am not at liberty to disclose that. I assure you,
to the other...
but I can assure you, you are under the king's protection. You will not be harmed, and your weapons will be returned to you.
I reluctantly put my axe down.
Excellent. Everyone else does the same? Yes? Great.
Yeah.
Then that is where we're going to call it for the night. Cool?
Bum, bum, bum.
Ooh, cliffhanger.
Sorry, what was that?
A cliffhanger.
A cliffhanger. Yeah.
You will.
Yeah. So, what do y'all think?
Honestly, great stuff. Thanks for putting this together, man.
Awesome. You like it?
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's exciting.
Cool,
yeah.
cool.
I think it's it's. I know nothing about it. I literally, like 20 minutes before getting on Discord, I tried to pulled up D&D on YouTube and watched watch 5 minutes, and I was like, okay. But it's tough to like get the idea of like actually trying to put myself in the idea of like what can you even do? Like when we were walking up to the castle, I was like, can I do like a perception check on the guards, like to see if there's anybody suspicious looking or like. So I think like trying to get that stuff going.
Yeah.
Is like I got to get into that mindset.
Yeah, perception checks are easily overlooked. It's a good idea to roll one whenever you're in a new place. Insight, so perception is like the world around you. Insight is into like a person's intentions. And I want to do a little more research into like what the other things are as well, just to better understand them myself. But I think you guys did a great job of using them this session. And I want to see if I can do this with you, so you can see what the recording is looking like. I'm going to touch it up a little bit, but let me see here. This might, I'll take a screenshot and just email it to you all, because it said go live in Discord, and I'm afraid with the OBS running that might like break it. So I'm just going to do a quick print screen, and I'll email that to you so you can see what the setup looks like. And Isaiah, I just realized I did not replace your name on the screen with your character's name. So if you want, when I go to publish it, I'll cover that over so you don't have your real name up there if you care. It just says Isaiah.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. Do you guys have any like questions or comments or anything like that?
No, dude, this is awesome. I had a lot of fun. This is for a first experience. I think this is pretty sweet. So
awesome. I had an absolute blast putting this together and thinking of this. I'm so excited for you guys to continue on this campaign.
I'm excited too. I hope we get to see more of Ethel.
I was just gonna say I'm ready for my relationship with Ethel to grow. I wasn't expected to be sexually confronted by the DMV lady. But,
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. I'm hoping to see more of Ethel. I love it. Amazing. So cool. All right. Well, then I'm going to stop recording right now.